everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House, and you can find us on YouTube at Joey143Jenny. So today what I'm going to do is work more on this Peacock Journal. I'm really trying to get it completed this week, and oh, I've been looking for this. I also wanted to just kind of give you, I hope everyone had a very happy Valentine's Day. So I'm going to give you a quick update on what we did yesterday for Valentine's Day. This is a cute little card that Joey gave me for Valentine's Day. It's in a little plastic sleeve. It might have a little glare to it, but it's from 1916, and it's from an uncle to a niece, I'm guessing. So it's sweet. Let's see. Oh, it just uses initials, but it's from Uncle Carl, which is super sweet. Anyways, isn't she adorable? Yeah. So it was not a typical Valentine's Day around here. We did try to do some special things amongst the day. So we did have a little card and gift sort of exchange where Joey gave me this beautiful card. We don't do a whole lot as far as gifts, and then of course I gave him candy. And I fixed him breakfast in bed nonetheless, and then we had a day of errands to run, so I'll tell you about that here in just a little bit. But what I'm doing today here is I'm working on getting this kind of full with some pockets and things. So I'm going to set that little cute petite aside. So what I did was I was going through some of my scraps and found some scrap cardstock. And so I just cut it into different shapes that I would use as pockets. And so here's some corner pockets that I'll use. I might trim those down a little. I don't, depending on where I put them, I don't know. Some little pockets, and then some kind of medium-sized pockets to go on. So I want to decorate these to get them go in here. I also want to find a spot for each of these fabric flips. So I finally finished this one, and really all I did to finish it was added a few French knots here and there. You can hardly see it on the camera. And then I did some seed stitches here. So that's basically it. And so I'll find a spot for that. And then this one, if you remember, as I was sewing the sheets, I just used the different color of threads to squiggle through that. So that's really all I'm going to do on that one. I may take this and decide to do something. I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I want to find at least a place for them. Maybe not glue them in, but look for a place for each of those. But primarily what I want to do is work on decorating. I think what I'm going to do is keep the book open. I've shown you this book weight that Kathy made and gave to me, which I do use. It's very fluid, which is super great if you need to do like hold something that's maybe double layered or something like that. And then I have this book weight that I got, oh gosh, I don't even remember how long ago, on Amazon. And I use it quite a bit too. I keep it in here just because I like to keep it nice and clean and fresh for when I want to use it. And so this is really great for if you want a gift for someone that either reads a lot or does things like this, writes a lot, or does, journal, makes journals. It's I think it's a great gift. So let's flip back through and see where I want to start my first pocket. And I think I want to start it right here. So I'm just going to lay that down like that. And come over here and grab one of my scraps. Yeah, and I think what I'm going to do is just decorate this one to go here. And I think I'm also going to decorate kind of a companion one And let's see what that page looks like back here. I don't know if it's going to work as well, but nonetheless, we'll figure out a place for it. But I think what I am going to do is kind of do companion ones where they're very somewhat similar, just so I can kind of mass produce them a little bit. So I'm going to just scooch the journal out of the way and grab some of my scraps here. And a sip of afternoon coffee. All right, so let me put these on this side. Get a little organized here. Get organized, Jen. Okay. And then I just grabbed a bunch of scraps. Some of them are from scraps from this journal. I'm determined to use this. This is where I accidentally printed on vellum, which I don't know why I accidentally did it, but it looks great. And basically what that was, let me see if I have the original in here from when I reprinted. Yeah, similar anyways. I like to print these so I can remember off the top of my head where the digitals came from. And so when I printed this page on vellum by accident. But boy, didn't that leave a fun, you know, thing to work with. So I'll be using that. I found some music paper, some old book page. Let me take these out. Old book page, and then I have still some ephemera from the kits. So I'll probably be using some of this paper. We'll see. I've just got so many scraps. I kind of want to get rid of them. I did just photocopy this doily. I thought would be pretty in there. Obviously, I couldn't get the whole thing on, and I probably should have reduced it. I don't even know. But anyways, that doily, I did this little doily, and I did that doily. I was trying to see what it would look like if I just did kind of a mess of ribbons with it. I'll be using this one for sure to cut up, tear up, because I didn't like how that turned out right there. So that's definitely going into scraps. This one I wasn't super keen on because of this sharp line here. But I could put, you know, something over it. Do I have anything right here? I don't. Let's see if I have. You know, like let's say I was using this for something. I could break it up with a flower or something. So this one I may not cut up. This one I may not cut up. And these two I'm not going to cut up. And another thing I'm going to do with these is, I don't know if you saw Roxy's weekly challenge, and I can't remember what number it is, but it's when she does the document folder or document holder. So I definitely want to make those, and I think I'm going to make them out of these and then put them in this journal. So when I get some time, I'll do that. Okay, so anyways, here we go. I think I'm going to pull the music and the book pages out just so that I have those quickly, because I think a lot of them will have that on there. These are going to be ephemera to put into pockets. I don't think I'm going to use those for actual pockets. And yeah, so I'm going to set those aside. Okay, we're getting there. And then these are, I'll put butterflies over there, and here's a little bit of ephemera to decorate. We'll use that. And then these are just the scraps that I found. Some of them we've been working with in this journal, and then some of them I just looked in my scrap bin and found them. These are leftovers from fussy cutting. Okay, so I know it looks like a mess. Well, it is a mess, but it's somewhat of an organized mess. So let's just get started. Let's just get going. I think I'm going to get this out of the way too. Okay. All right. And then these are fresh scraps that I found in my organized mess, you know, that I thought might work. This is coffee dyed. Oh, good grief. It'll come to me. It's raised. It'll come to me. I can't think of what that is right off the top of my head. I don't know what. Maybe it's because I haven't had my afternoon coffee. All right. Here's another one that is raised. Oh gosh. Hopefully I'll know what that's called in my head. It'll come to me. Okay, well, let's just get started. Let me get my tear ruler. And what I'd like to do is cover, you know, quite a large bit first, you know, not have too many little scraps going on this. So I think what I'm going to do is tear these down and use you know, use the bits that are salvageable. Well, that might work on something. This would be fun on one because it has that little label there. So I'm just gonna get at it and try to explain, you know, as I go if there's anything that needs explaining. But to get back to how our day went yesterday, we stopped by first. We stopped by my mom's. It was pouring rain. I mean, absolutely pouring rain. Stopped by my mom's to drop off her Valentine. And then I think I'm going to try that a little bit cleaner. And then went to my oldest daughter's house. That she's the one that has my 4 grandchildren. And we dropped off their Valentine. It's kind of a family Valentine, actually. And I'm making a mess of this. This one I think I'm just going to end up kind of collaging around. So let's just get that on there and get with it. And then after that, we live outside of a larger town. And so we went to town and to my youngest daughter's work and dropped off her Valentine. So we had that funness. And then we, let's see. What do we do next? Oh, we dropped off our taxes. And we just had so many errands. What else did we do? We were running. We dropped off our taxes, and then we, I'm wondering what about this up here, and maybe wrapping it around the top a little bit. Wondering about doing that. But I don't want to lose. I think I'll just do it down here and then wrap the whatever's next, you know, whatever's up there. So yeah, we dropped off the taxes, and then I misjudged time, and we had a few hours before Joey's follow-up doctor's appointment. And so I thought, well, I'm just gonna go. He forgot his phone. I forgot the name of the place because I hadn't gone with him before yet, you know, before this time to the surgeon's office. So I forgot. I didn't know where it was, and so he didn't know if it was the same place that he'd gone before. And we were just like, oh, what's going on? So I thought I knew the place, and he thought he knew the place. So I went in and just said, hey, is this the right place? And it was. And so we were a couple hours early. I said, hey, you wouldn't, and of course, like I said, this isn't the town that we live in. And I said, would you happen to have an opening now or before our appointment, or his appointment, which was 2 hours later. And they were like, yeah, we can get you right in, and you can come in now. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is like that. When does that ever happen, right? And so, yeah, so I went back out to the car, and they have a circle drive where you can drop, kind of drop your person off, because it's a bone and joint place, where people have had surgery and things. And, but I had gotten such a good parking spot. So I went out and I said to Joey, I'm like, they can get you in right away. Do you want me to pull you up to the roundabout, or do you think you can walk? And he's like, no, I can walk. So he walked there, and then we went up the elevator. Then he walked to the place, I think I'll use that side. And then after that, walked all the way back to the car. He didn't want to be picked up. And he had a really good doctor's appointment. He's coming along really well. He's so young to have a hip replacement that he's able to do the exercises really well and recover quickly. So they were very happy about his progress. And then after that, he wanted to go to Target. He thought he could run into Target to get something. I don't like to go into just roam places like that, and I didn't need anything, so I was very hesitant, but he was absolutely wanted to go, and he felt great, and the doctor had given him had told him that he could, walk around a little bit more. So there we went. I dropped him off at the door, and he's still on the walker. And so he went in, and I kept an eye out and saw when he came out, and then I just, picked him up. And then and I don't know if everybody has these, if they're everywhere, but we have these things called the neighborhood markets. And they're, what did I do with that? They're a Walmart. That's a brand new one. I don't want to use that. Okay, now it was just here. There it is, behind my coffee. It's called a neighborhood Walmart, or neighborhood market, and it's by Walmart. So they're a lot smaller. They're super convenient if you just want to run in and grab something. And he had been craving ginger ale, which I think sometimes that his medicine kind of might have upset his stomach a little bit. And so he wanted ginger ale, and he thought he could just run in and get it. And so again, I dropped him off at the door, and he ran in, and it was a very short trip. That's all he got, although he did come out with a couple of Cadbury eggs. I don't like Cadbury eggs, so he didn't know that. And so he was able to get 2 Cadbury eggs. Yay. Anyways, so let's see, then what did we do? Then we went home. And by the time we got home, as you can imagine, he was exhausted. And I'm not just talking like, oh, I'm so tired. No, he was really exhausted. And, was hurting and things like that. But it didn't hit him like right away. He knew he was tired. But that, that feeling didn't hit him right away. But it didn't take long, that's for sure. And then he just had a terrible night. And then today was his last home nurse visit, and his last home physical therapy visit, which always wears him out. And he forgot that that was today. And, as far as, like, it's on the calendar, but, when you're not working and you're out of your normal schedule, you can't remember what day it is. Well, anyways, bless his heart, his leg muscles are he's having leg spasms pretty bad in his legs now today. So then he had the therapy. They did graduate him, so to speak. So that's good. He doesn't need to have any more therapy. And he can use his cane when he feels up to it. But again, he's exhausted today too. So I'm like, why don't you just find a show, find a movie, you know, do something like that, and not, I mean, there's not a lot to do around here anyways, unless you're going out to the back, what I call the back 2, not the back 40, the back 2 acres, but like just hang out, you know. So I don't know, we'll see what he does. I hope that's what he does, because I don't know, I don't like when he's overexhausted like that. Okay, I'm just looking for this to give a little thumbhole. So anyways, that was Valentine's. And what else did we do last night? I think we had leftovers last night. I was going to make dinner, but we were both like, nah, let's just have leftovers. And we had, this is typically what happens. If we do go out to eat, we usually bring half home. And so that's what had happened, is we didn't go out to eat. I ran out and grabbed something, but there's a little restaurant just like not even a mile away. And so I ran and we called it in, and I ran and picked it up real quick one night. And so we just had that for leftover. So, all right, so there's one pocket. This is a possibility. I think I need something here. Maybe a label, maybe a band or something. But I want to go ahead and get the other one started. See what we come up with it. You know, we'll use that kind of as a gauge, so that, you know, it'll be a lot quicker. So here is some more paper, and this is a different book with some really nice caramelizing on the page. Anyway, so you know, you have these people coming your home, and they do that every day. We don't have people like that in our home every day, you know, helping with stuff like that, a nurse and a physical therapist. So we're very grateful, and you kind of get a little attached to them when they come. And they're just so nice and professional, and they just, I don't know, just really care about them. And so today was the last day for both of them. And so that was, it was nice to see them and let them know how much we appreciated all their help and things. So I'm going to cut this one again a little bit long, just to give way to bend over, you know, to kind of bend it over to the back. And it makes me think about, you know, caretakers, people that, you know, care for, you know, whether that's your job, or, you know, you have someone at home that you're taking care of on a long term or even short term, maybe a child or spouse or a parent or somebody. Man, I just am so grateful for you, because I know how, well, I don't know how hard, Joey is very self-sufficient for the most part, you know what I mean? But I am just, I really get overwhelmed at the thought of just how much a caretaker must do. Again, I was thinking that I was going to be doing quite a bit for Joey, but like I said, he was very self-sufficient. So it was just a matter of being available. You know, he can't carry things, so I would carry things for him. But other than that, you know, I wasn't really taking care of him like a caretaker normally would. I don't want to lose that flower. So I just want to say how grateful I am for those of you that do that, and what a tough job I know that is. And even though I didn't do a whole lot, just being home and being constantly available can wear on you a little bit. And I don't even know why. Like, it's not anything, like I wasn't doing anything hard. I think it's just that constant wondering and being available and all of that. And so it makes me think, that respite time must just be critical in that field, or if you are taking care of, a loved one, because it can, especially in the wintertime, I would think, the winter, it's weird weather, and what do I like better? I better do it this way. It's weird weather, and so you don't always have sunshine to help, with that, and so it can get you down a little bit. And so I just think it's so important that if you are doing that, you find a way to, have some time to yourself. Like I was telling you, Joe's son came over. I was so grateful that he came over. And, and not just because it gave me a chance to get out a little bit, get away, which that's a big part of it, but also, to have that hour and a half just with his dad, or two hours and a half with his dad, was nice. So I guess if I could encourage in anything, look, I just glued it right on that instead of on this glue page. But anyways, if I could just encourage for anything, if you know somebody that is taking care of someone, to, maybe offer, to do some respite time for, for them. Give them a chance to rejuvenate a little bit. Maybe I'll just drop that down like that. I don't mind that at all. I don't know. I'm just thinking from how much, and this, I've only been in this game for 2 weeks, and I can't tell you just how much it meant to me to have Joe's son come over for those hours. Gave me a chance to go visit with my mom, to, run to the store, I told you that one day, there's that little flea market downtown that's opened on Wednesdays, and I ran down there and spent 20 minutes there, and that's all it needed. That's all that it took to, how did I do that? To rejuvenate. So anyways, I'm yakking on and on. But I'm very grateful for people that do that as a job, or people that do that, and for their family or their loved ones. It's just awesome. All right. What did I do with that piece I just cut? There it is. Okay, I'm not very fast at this, so I don't know. We might not get much done because I don't want to run out of, video time, because my phone only allows so much, so I don't want to run out. I think I might need to, let's see, what do we, oh, I was supposed to put that down there. Is it stuck? Not too bad. Okay. Boy, I'll lose that little T thing. Nah. I cut it too short. I'm still going to use it, but I still need something for right here. Let's see if there's anything left on that scrap. Here's a piece here. Let's see if I can use that. So yesterday I said, gosh, we've been gone all day long. I said, tomorrow I really want to work in my craft room. I miss it. I miss it. I told Joe today, I said, the more I work in there, the more creative juices get to flowing. I have so many ideas and not enough time. Yesterday, one thing I did do, not yesterday, but the 13th is I made Valentine. You know, I told you I dropped the Valentines off at my daughter's. So I made Valentines for them that we dropped off. So, and that was fun because I got to, you know, get into my sewing, and I sewed some Valentine hearts and things for them. It was super fun. I always love doing that because then I think about them the whole time I'm doing it. And, you know, how much I love them. So I hope everybody had a good Valentine's and was able to feel loved. Sometimes that just comes from, not just, but sometimes that comes from, you know, your dear friend group. Sometimes it comes from your folks. Maybe you have a significant other or a spouse, or, you know, a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. And you feel love that way. Or maybe you have little animals and you get your love from them. So whatever it is, I hope that it was a really special one for you. I guess when I always think about where the greatest love comes from, and I don't want to get too mushy with you because I could get emotional. When I think about the greatest love, I think about, of course, the love that, you know, Christ gave us. And I can get emotional about that because it just means so much to me. And to me, it's the ultimate love. And as long as we have that, I feel like whether we have what is traditionally called a Valentine or not, that we definitely have, that we are special, 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 loved, loved, loved in the biggest and greatest of ways. So I hope you always feel that. All right, so I've tore that too short, but I think, you know, putting it there, maybe scooch it over to the edge. Might work. Might work. Okay, so there's our two. Kind of similar. Put that there. I saw this on another one. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. And so maybe cutting that out. So what I did here is I cut out something I fussy cut it out so that I would have it to put on, one of those tall tags I made. If you watched that, where I did the textured paste and all that business. All right, so let's say that's there. I think I'm going to kind of fussy tear that a little bit. It's an absolutely beautiful day here. 58 degrees, if you can even imagine that. The crocus are up. The my little daffodils are coming up. And then tomorrow we could have really bad weather. So it does happen sometimes. Now the crocus, they seem to be, they're pretty strong, you know, so they may survive that. I hope our magnolia tree hasn't started to bloom because it does not survive it. And then the dappies, sometimes. It depends on how cold it gets. So we'll see, but I'm hoping it kind of, the really, really cold weather and the snow kind of passes us, because I just don't want any of that to, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful when it's all in bloom. Yeah, I think that's going to work. What to put here? What to put here? Yeah, so at this rate, when I'm doing 2 pockets at the rate of about, let's see, how long have I been doing 2 pockets? 35 minutes, you know. I'm never going to get very many done, but, I don't have another big butterfly, and I don't want to use another bird. I'm trying to keep all the birds to just peacocks. Let me see if I have cut anything out in here. This is where when I cut stuff out, I just... Well, where's that really pretty flower I had earlier? I think that'll be all right. Yeah. And I don't think I'm going to even... I don't think I'm even gonna distress it with the vintage photo, because I kind of like the way that the outline looks on there. Okay, I forgot my thumb hole on this one. Okay, I'll put an eye out with that. All right, and then this butterfly. And then let's see if we can find a couple of spots for him in the book. Well, wait, I think I'm going to wait until I get all of them done and then try to find spots. I think sometimes that helps me when I have them all available to look at what goes best where. And then I'm just going to distress this one a little bit. Okay. So see here where, I don't know if you can see that, where that paper didn't actually hit the end. I was a little bit short. Well, when you distress it, it really helps get rid of, you know, some of the little teeny, I don't even want to say a flaw, but some of the things that, you know, didn't go as planned. Here again, it was a little short, and so that will help blend that in a little bit. Okay. See? A little bit there. So I'm a little tired today. I was going to say a little not talkative today, but I am a little tired, and that's probably why I'm not very talkative. But I did have a good day yesterday. I've had a great day today. I think those are going to work out just fine in the journal. And let's see, how much time do I have? I only have about 5 more minutes. So what I'm going to do is I want to use these corner pockets, and what I'm going to do is use the short end. So I've got a long end, and I've got a short end. So I want to use the 2 short ends, and I want them to be like this. Okay, so I am going to look for, I'm hoping to quickly look for some paper that will work with that. I did find this. Now this, I don't know, this feels like it might be one of the Tim Holtz wallpaper. I can't promise that, what that came from, but I thought the colors might just give a little bit of a break from all the blue and turquoise, but still be, you know, maybe I'll just tear it, still be, you know, fun. So I'm going to just tear down the side, just give a little bit of a rough tear. It's thick. Most of the other papers that I'm using are very thin. And then I'm just going to tear that. This one I want to tear that white off. I went the wrong way. Okay. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to just cut it a little bit long just so I can wrap it around. I am going to kind of give it a little bit of a bend. Okay, so my camera is telling me that you're just about out of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend that around there. I'm going to do the same over here. And I will post some pictures in the thumbnail, and I'll also post on Instagram. So yeah, I hope you'll follow us on Instagram too. So anyways, I hope everybody has a really great day. I hope to be back tomorrow doing some finalizations on the journal, and also share with you some of the details I want to do on the edges with the ribbons and lace, and maybe even some ruffles. So, all right, everybody, I wish you were here so much crafting with me. If you're ever in the area, I hope you'll stop by. Blessings to everyone. Have a super great day, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye-bye.